Okay, so good morning, everybody. Today we have a very special speaker, Sutai. The topic of her presentation is not known yet. I think it's a secret, so let's get into it. Welcome, Sutai.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. So, the road to Yonsei. One thing that used to motivate me all the time was a hanging picture on my room wall. That picture was the first thing when I woke up in the morning, as well as the last imagination when I fell asleep. Maybe it was just a photocopy which was filled with black and white color, but in my head it was perfect, colorful edition of my dream. So I heard news about Korean government scholarship from my college mate when I was in undergrad. Then I started learning about top universities in South Korea and exploring through the internet a picture of a school surrounded with beautiful green garden attracted me mostly. Yeah, that was a picture of Yonsei. So suddenly I recognized that and told myself, okay, one day I will be standing right in front of this place. This is really great. And after promising that to myself, I printed that picture of Yonsei in black and white color. Then I hung it from my wall. My name is Deb. I'm a PIC student at Yonsei SIS, and in a week I will have finished my master's degree. Okay, and I agree with a well-known businessman who suggests that, like, if you want to catch a whale, you have to fish in the sea, not in the pond. And when I was in high school, I had standard like beginner Korean language training in Mongolia. Since that time, I hardly decided to learn more about South Korea. And I had great ambitions about like Korean studies. However, by that time, I lacked knowledge of the Korean language, which would have enabled me to set sail for the international waters, like this quote. Then once my mom told me that, like, wow, you might have born in Korea in your previous life. You're really fond of this, everything about Korea. And because like the reason why she told me this is because my favorite cuisine and music taste, even the fashion style, all related to this country. And I was a big fan of Wonder Girls and Big Bang, and I used to know choreography of all those popular K-pop music. And I also want to teach my classmates. And but I didn't know that it was the beginning of my road to Yonsei as well as my dream until today. And there is a proverb says that like everything comes to you at the right time. So be patient and be grateful. In 2017, my father had blood stroke and he had been in hospital for a month. So I had to quit my job to take care of my father. And just before this unbelievable thing, I had granted a scholarship from my government, and this scholarship was fully responsible for my tuition fee at Yonsei. And due to my father's health condition, I had to defer it by 1 year. So yeah, that was a really hard decision. But yeah, somehow destiny led me to road to Yonsei, and my father's health condition got better. And in the year 2018, yeah, I enrolled in Yonsei, and that moment was turning point of my life. And during my days in Korea, I often talked about like how I miss my family, my country, my back home friends. Also, I wasn't that active student, and now I regret about it. Like after spending 6 months in quarantine, like I really miss school days and my friends in Korea, even the restaurants in Shincheon, like where I like to have samgyeopsal and chicken there. It sounds like I'm one of those people like who doesn't appreciate what they have Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am that kind of person. But I will deal with this feeling and learn to appreciate what I have now and the moment and the present also. Leslie, the now. The now is perfect. We have power of now, this moment. If I have a chance to attend a graduation ceremony in August, then I will definitely go to Korea. I will take one last great picture of my dream, Yonsei, and I will never forget the very first day of his school and amazing people that I met at Yonsei. And Celia was one of those people. I really appreciate those moments, and it was really precious for me. Dreams, do they come true? Yes, they come. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Sutai. So your speech was just a bit over 5 minutes. I'm sorry I didn't have a background. My Zoom isn't working properly these days. So the time was okay. And now let's move to, who should we move to? Reporter.
Okay, Sky. So your contents about like road to Yonsei, that how you get in Yonsei, and like first of all, you saw some pictures of what, so it fascinated you, and you become a PIC student, and and then you talked about like how you like uh, fascinated by Korea, like so you learned Korean in Mongolia, and you also told that your trade suits a lot with Korean style, like fashions or like medias or something like that. So anyway, you got here, and you also believe that like be patient about your dream or what you want to got, and always appreciate the moment in you also say that like you want to appreciate about that moment in South Korea or appreciate the moment of now, right now. So I think this is the summarize. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Minjong. And shall we move to our evaluators? Anybody wants to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
So I really love your presentation, and your voice sound like so frankly and sincerely, and you give like the enough details about like why you choose Yonsei University, and give us like the how describe the great time you have spent in at Yonsei, and also like it's pretty logically. I think everything just sounds really clear, and I'm also really very touched that you mentioned me, and thank you, and I really enjoyed the time we spent together too.
Okay, Pisani, anything to add?
Yeah, I think it's a good storyline. Like when you was in Mongolia, what interested you to come to Korea and pursue that GS? And then I think it's good that you also bring your mom's view on you and everything, so that like make us can imagine what is your situation at that time. And in the end, I think you're good at like bring some general idea for people who may like doesn't want to know or not sure about their life. But you said like you can just wait for the right time. Maybe something will come into your life. And actually, I really like your story. It kind of similar to my situation. Like when I was young, I really into like K-pop and everything, and I also like used to do the cover dance and everything. And actually, my parents didn't um, prohibit kind of that kind of thing. They kind of support. And then after that, I got a job at the government, like government as a government officer, and then I just stopped that kind of K-pop and everything. But suddenly one day I found a scholarship, and then I got a scholarship and I come here, and now I really think it was like a dream. I never believed that I'm gonna stay in Korea and study in Korea. So I think I really agree that maybe like people have to wait for the right time, and something will come, something good will come into your life. So it was really nice presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody for sharing your opinions. So Ty, anything to add before we finish?
No, thank you. I'm really thankful for everything. And today is my last class. Such a sad feeling.
Okay, thank you guys. It was a nice discussion. So Ty, good luck after your graduation.
Okay, thank you guys. We can go back to main session now. Stop recording.